long run unless you try. And this is truly the difference between people who love life and those who don't. Everybody I know who loves life tries hard every single day. They work hard every single day. They suffer, they struggle, and they love their life. People who sit around, they don't try very hard, they seem to be depressed. You would argue that that's quite counterintuitive. You would say that people who try hard and struggle and suffer, they're the ones who should hate their life, you know? But it turns out those are the ones who love life, because the work you put in prevents anything from being a scam. It actually makes life beautiful. Work stops things being a scam. Work makes things worth doing. So when you tell me that you lack motivation, what you're really saying is that you lack a life. Because if you cannot work hard towards things, you don't have it, and you never will. The gym is a scam if you don't lift the weights. You'll never get bigger. You paid for your gym membership, and you went to the gym every day, but you never got bigger, you never got in shape. Did they scam you, or did you not lift the weights? Learning how to make money online is a scam. You can find a billionaire who's prepared to teach you how to make enough money to save your bloodline from eternal serfdom. But if you don't do the work which is required of you, you're gonna end up calling it a scam. Love is a scam, unless you put in enough work into yourself so that she instinctively respects you, so she admires you, so she is attracted to you, so that you keep the flame of your mutual bond burning bright. Unless you put work into the love, you're gonna break up and you're gonna say, love isn't real, love is a scam. Everything is a scam if you do not try. Everything is a scam if you do not put in the work. Going to the gym, paying the membership, wearing the gym clothes and the sports shoes, and refusing to lift the weights will not change your life. Without work, nothing is real. There is no magic to life without work. I cannot think of anything on the planet which is good without you working for it. Anything that feels too easy, it just never seems to happen. The easy stuff never seems to happen. You can only really be successful or really make money the hard way. You see all these things online, like these screenshots, these P&Ls, where people seem to just catch an easy win. It's never easy. And I think one of the reasons I'm so good at dedicating myself and working hard and doing the right thing is because when I get an opportunity, I understand that even though it is very difficult, even though it's very hard, even though the chance seems slim, those are the ones that actually pay me in the end. Every time I knuckled down and dedicated myself to something which was extremely difficult, I got paid. Every time I thought, this is easy, guaranteed, all the math adds up, no way this can go wrong, no work required, a little bit of money, a little bit of time, that's gonna pay me. Never does. Never does. It's like the universe, God, karma, whatever you want to call it, will only give you money the hard way. It will only give you success the hard way. You can't get any of it the easy way. It just never seems to come with it. When you get a chance to do something, when you're offered the ability to work on something, and it feels hard or it feels difficult, you need to get very excited. You need to say, this feels difficult, this feels hard, I'm struggling to stay motivated, I'm struggling to be disciplined. That means it's gonna work. Every time I get a chance to do something, and when I engage, it feels difficult or tiring or tiresome, I get excited because that's going to work. Every time I get a chance to do something and I try and do it and it feels easy, I'm like, there's no way. It just never has. You should be very excited by the things which feel like a slow grind, which feel like they're boring, which feel like it's hard to pay attention to them, which feels like they're never going to work, which feel like they're saturated. All these things are what you should get excited because I promise you, if you dedicate yourself 100%, those are the ones that work. So when I say people are lazy, I'm not lazy. I work hard every day. You work 8 hours a day? 8? If I'm awake, I'm working. I'll be driving my Bugatti Chiron through Dubai, working. I'm texting at the same fucking time. I don't take a second off. I don't take a minute off. I don't relax. I don't rest. I don't stop. I don't chill. None. Ever. I'm either asleep or at work. That's it. The second I wake up, I check my phone, I begin working. I go to the gym in between sets, I am working. I'm online working the entire fucking day until the second I go to sleep, I am at work. That is all I do. And you are at home competing against me, and you want to watch a movie tonight and then say you're not lazy. You're fucking lazy, and you're gonna lose forever. That's laziness. Next is stupid. I don't think many people are actually too stupid to be rich. You can be below average IQ and still get very rich. A very small percentage of people are too dumb to be rich. The slave minds, they'll never be rich because the Matrix tries to keep you poor. Because when you're poor, you can't think. They want you broke and struggling. So anyone who believes in the Matrix, and believes in media, and believes in the lies they're told, anyone who sits there and goes, that's true, that it's literally designed to make you broke. That's why it's all a scam. Do your GCSEs, do your A-levels, get in debt, go to uni, get out, get a shit job, get a mortgage, don't worry, when you pay that mortgage off when you're 61, then you'll have enough money to go to Spain for holiday. And then you wake up one day and go, whoa, I just got fucked. So the whole scam, the whole story is a lie, because they want you broke. They don't want you rich. If you're rich, you won't listen to them. So all of it's a fucking lie.
You're as competent as possible if you believe you can affect absolutely everything about your life. You're as competent as possible if you believe absolutely everything that's happened to you, whether good or bad, is completely your fault. You're as competent as possible if you believe the bad things that happen to you are going to allow you to work harder and become even better. When bad things happen to me, the first thing out of my mouth is good. Good. Andrew, they took $10 million out the bank because they canceled you. Good. Good. That's just my response. Good. Andrew, this happened. Good. This mindset I've constructed allows me to be as fearsome a competitor as possible. It allows me to be a feared opponent in any realm of human endeavor, and that's the point of a mindset. Why would you have a mental model or a mentality that made you anything less? Why would you absorb information or construct a mental model that doesn't allow you to be as competitive as possible? I am a feared competitor in anything I do. Anyone who's up against me at anything is going to feel a degree of nervousness just because it's me. It doesn't matter what it is. So I've constructed a mental model that allows me to be competent and to always succeed. I truly, once again, don't understand how people go through the world with any other mental model. I get asked all the time, what do you feel? Or what about happiness or depression? How I feel doesn't cross my mind. I don't know how else to explain it. There are days where I'm pissed off or sad or happy. It doesn't cross my mind. It's just like I woke up, whatever mood I happen to be in, I have things I need to do. It's a busy day. Zuby's here soon. I need to go training before he gets here. I had a meeting with the bank at 7:15 a.m. I have shit to do. Like, I didn't cross my mind if I was happy, sad, excited. I just had to work.
If someone were to say to me and say, how can you tell someone's going to be successful? I wouldn't say highest IQ. And we've already proved this with studies, right? The highest IQ has nothing to do with how successful you are. It doesn't. I would say the number one thing that will tell me how successful a person will be, especially as a man, is their stress tolerance. You're not going to have a big life without big problems. You're not going to be important without 4 girlfriends, 22 cars, 3 businesses, but your phone ain't going to stop. It's going to be stressful. Banks are going to get frozen. Money's going to go missing. You're not going to have a big life that's a calm ocean. You need to learn to just surf the waves and laugh, because most people just collapse under the pressure. Stress tolerance is a massive indicator of how successful you're going to be. And no matter what happens in my life now, I can sit there and go, well, at least I'm not about to get in the cage and deal with that guy, you know? And you need to have, at least I can eat. We've all been through stages where we can't eat. So stress tolerance is something that can be learned. It's a muscle. It's a muscle. When you're young, go out there and get stressed, get upset, have those sleepless nights. At 17, 18, you should be panicking. And that's going to give you a stress tolerance level that allows you to grow into an adult, which can handle a big life. You're not going to have a big life. You're not going to be here like all 4 of us are, living the life like we're living, rolling around Europe in supercars with unlimited finance, and have that big life and think that you're not going to have any kind of stress or problems to get there and maintain it. That's not real.
So I think my mental model, to a degree, I'm certainly not a person who doesn't feel emotions, because we're all human. I certainly do. But I've never prioritized them in any regard. I haven't built a mental model that affects, I haven't put them in the middle of my mental model and then affected my actions based on how I feel for each one. It's absolutely and completely the opposite. I would love to do a podcast on a day where I'm particularly sad and a podcast on a day where I'm particularly happy. And I guarantee you wouldn't be able to tell the fucking difference. That's what allows me to be competitive, right? Because if you're competitive, if you want to be the most competitive predator on the planet, you have to be able to hunt in the day and the night. You have to be able to do both. You have to be able to perform when you're happy and sad. You can't only be able to perform when you're happy. You can't only go to the gym when you're motivated. You can't only be a competent person when your life's going well, because when your life's not going well, you're no longer competent. Then you're going to lose to people like me. And it's player versus player. If you're the kind of person who can only do well when you're happy and you're competing against someone like me who can do well all the fucking time, guess what? You lose. It's why I say depression isn't real. I've argued this point endlessly. And I try and explain to people, but they're not smart enough to understand that I don't care if I'm wrong. I don't care. I am more competitive as an individual if I don't believe I can become depressed. So I don't give a fuck if I'm right or wrong, because no matter what bad happens to me in my life, even if, heaven forbid, the worst things on earth that could happen to me, I could never become clinically depressed, because I would never self-diagnose myself as clinically depressed, because I don't believe in it. I believe that I am currently sad, that I have work to do, and eventually I will feel better. I will never get to a point of absolute desperation and kill myself, because I'll never get to a point of hopelessness, because I don't believe in the idea of hopelessness. You cannot try and make me adopt thinking that will reduce my competitiveness as an individual. So I don't give a fuck if I'm wrong. I don't believe in it. That's it. I don't believe in things that take power away from me. I don't believe in things that make me less competitive, and I don't adopt mental models that make me less competitive. Every single mental model I have are the most efficient ones I can find. Through the mental model I found that if I adopt, I become a more fearsome predator. That's it. So this is how I've come to all of my conclusions as an individual. I think a lot of people build their mindsets around trying to feel good. So that's why we were talking earlier about people who want to ignore the idea of personal responsibility or self-accountability because they feel better if they pretend it's not a real thing. They feel better if they pretend everything's someone else's fault. A lot of people's mental model and how they view the world is based around them feeling as good as possible. So when you sit there and talk to somebody who has a mask on and they refuse to believe the elites are laughing at them, it's not because they can't comprehend the ideas, it's because they feel better if they don't believe that they are a clown to the elites. I feel better if this is really all innocent and it's really all about a disease. So people are basing their mindsets around trying to feel good. I have always tried to base my mindset around absolute competence regardless of how I feel. And there are times you're going to be a lot more pessimistic, or you're going to be a lot more stressed, or a lot more pissed off about certain things than others. Yeah, that can be seen as a downside, but like I said, I use all of those things for unlimited motivation to propel my endless upward trajectory. But if you construct a mindset that allows you to be as competent as possible, as opposed to feel any different or feel better, then you're going to naturally come to the conclusions I've come to.
If you believe the crap they want you to believe, you're depressed, unhappy, sad, miserable, lonely. So what's the choices? You're going to fight something. I'd rather fight my enemies than fight myself. I've never seen anybody dedicate themselves to something completely and fail. I've never seen somebody eat right, go to the gym every day, train really hard, and not be in good shape. I've literally never seen it. The universe is extremely giving. If you actually try, and you actually want it, and you're actually not making excuses, lying, talking shit, you're gonna get what you want. So when I see people who don't have what they want, I consider them losers. And this may be elitist, I understand that. But if I put myself through endless pain to end up where I am, it's very hard for me to have sympathy on the man who's afraid of pain. You're avoiding pain. I've been through endless. I now have everything I've ever desired. You have none of the things you desire. Am I supposed to feel sorry for you because you took the easy way out? Am I supposed to look at you and go, oh, poor dude? No, you were a fucking coward. You didn't go through the shit I went through. You didn't put it on the line. So you deserve your substandard reality. That's what you deserve. You're a fucking loser. Because if you actually wanted it and you actually tried, you'd have it. This is how life works. You have to dig through a whole bunch of crap with fever, with vigor, with dedication, and you find diamonds. And if you go to the diamond park, where the diamonds sit on top of the green grass and you can just walk around and pick them up, you never seem to get one.
I am absolutely a believer in hard work. I'm a proponent of hard work. I have all this money and all I do is work. My entire life is work. This podcast is work. I'm getting in the car and going to another meeting, work. I want to go to the gym so I'm in good shape, work. It's all work. My entire life is work. And people don't want to look at life that way. They want to talk about work-life balance and being lazy and all this crap. I don't believe in any of that. I believe in, if you want to win, you have to outcompete the man who's prepared to do nothing but work. It's player versus player. If you're going to sit there and go, I don't want to work more than an hour a day, well, the guy who does want to work more than an hour a day is going to beat you. And no matter how smart you are, there's always a smart dude who's doing the same smart work you are for more hours than you're doing it. That's just the nature of the game. I'm tired of people coming to me saying, I want to make passive income. And I sit there and say,
what methods of passive income would you say is a scam?
It's not about it being a scam. It's about the mentality towards it is a scam. Look, everyone loves passive money, right? I make money as I sleep. I get it. You need to de-link your time to your money, because if you're only working for money, you run out of time, you can't make enough money. I understand all those principles. My point is, if you have no money and you're coming to me saying, I want to make passive income.
If you're serious about an automotive career, Universal Technical Institute helps you build the hands-on skills to get there. Train.
Why are you not making active income? Get up off your ass and work first. Because there's no such thing as completely, truly 100% passive. You're gonna have to check on it. You have to maintain it. You're gonna have to find a new tenant for that property. You're gonna have to make sure that DeFi crypto farm you're in doesn't go to zero. It's not a rug pull. Yeah. You're always gonna have to keep an eye on it, right? But the idea that people with no money are already so concerned with making money without work is amazing to me. You should be worried about active income. If you show me, if I'm a brokey and you show me how to make $1,000 an hour, I don't sit there and go, okay, but how can I make that passive? I go, cool, I'm making $18,000 a day because I'm gonna work. You do not need fun until you've already reached the highest possible echelon. So this whole idea that you need fun in your life, you don't. What you need is purpose, you need discipline, you need hard work, you need things to do which are going to benefit you and the others around you. You need duty, you need obligations, and you need performance metrics. You need people around you who are going to hold you accountable.
You don't need to be waking up thinking about fun. You dorks at home probably already have banter with your friends. But here's how you gay men do it. You go up to your friend and you go, hey bro, hey Tony. Yeah, do you watch the game? Probably not. Your TV's not as big as mine. Because you're just a bunch of homos. No, you need to meet your friends and you need to have banter and competition around things that matter. Who's got the most money? Who's worked hardest? Who's discovered XYZ? Crypto, stock, new way of generating income. Who's trained that day? Who has the most children? Put some actual competitions together that matter and start competing and being around people, because you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Everybody knows this. So why don't you get some genuine metrics that will improve your life? You won't have time to stand around cooking meals if you're friends with somebody who works out for 3 hours a day, for example, because you're going to need to find 3 hours a day to train to beat him, which means you're going to have to just eat that rotisserie chicken as you do squats, like a man should. Or drink your fire blood, and there, you have everything you need. Fire blood, rotisserie chicken, bam, done. You don't have time for this cooking, it's gay. Live with men you're in competition with. This is ultra important, because you can measure yourself against your circle. If Tristan comes downstairs and says, I've done 1,000 push-ups, I will do anything it takes to do 1,001 just to annoy him, because I know that he then has to do 1,002. And pissing him off is worth it. It's always worth it. And that's why you need to have that kind of competition. Now, you and your dickhead friends sit around and laugh and have competition about, I don't know, sports teams or Drake or I don't know what the fuck you people are doing. Bunch of losers. Get your act together, get some genuine metrics, things that matter, and once they're all put together, you're going to live in a naturally competitive environment, which is going to increase your testosterone level. It's going to prevent you from doing a lot of dumb shit. You're obsessed with this idea of fun. Hey, what are we going to do this weekend? We need to have some fun. Do you? Do you need fun? Do you deserve it? Really? Have you actually gone out there in the universe and made a mark large enough that you're allowed some time off to have some fun? You don't deserve any fun. You don't need any fucking fun. You have work to do. Your obsession with fun is holding you back. And the things you do will never even be fun. These things you think are fun aren't fun.
And you could dive down further and extrapolate on that idea even more, that the things you think I'm boring for are so much more fun than the fun that you think you have. The things me and Andrew have done in our lives, checking your bank balance in your house, not going out, you're on the club, and seeing $20 million liquid is very fun.
That's right.
Much more fun than anything you could possibly ever do. So, although it wasn't fun to sit around and accumulate that kind of wealth, it's the funnest thing in the universe, in a way.
For a man, your contentment will come from your purpose, and it will come from your competence, and it will come from succeeding objectives. It will come from completing difficult things that other people cannot complete. It will never come from the easily accessible hedonism, which you have confused for fun. If everybody can do it, you shouldn't want to do it. If everybody can go to that concert, you shouldn't want to go. If everybody can go to that club, you shouldn't want to go. If everyone can fuck that chick, you shouldn't want to fuck her. If everybody can go and drink alcohol in this stupid fucking field or whatever else, you shouldn't want to do it. You should only want to do things others can't do. The only fun I have is doing things I know you're not allowed to do. Putting my Bugatti on an A380 and flying it around the world to a racetrack, which I've rented out for only me and only my friends to race around cars. You can't do that. I can. That is fun. But if you say to me, Andrew, come to this party, and I say, well, who's there? Everyone. Oh, everyone's there. Does that mean I need to go, right? It's the event of the century. Ooh, everyone's there. If everyone's there, it's trash, because most people are trash. So you need to sit there and go, all right, I'm being asked to do something fun. Who else can do this? And if the answer is everybody, stop.
Happiness is a lot like the castles and fairy tales that we used to read as children, in the way that they're all guarded by dragons. You gotta get through the dragon to reach that fucking castle. I'm telling you.
If every man on earth walked around with a sword, then when the females who have been emotionally manipulated try and manipulate the men won't listen. That'll make the female have more respect for the man. The frame will change. The female's mind will start to naturally align with the worldview of the male. And most of the issues of the world, when it comes to liberalism or any of this crazy shit, you can name anything, would basically go away. We can fix this. It can all be fixed. You just need to carry a sword around your house. That's all you gotta do. And then all the emotional ploys, it won't work. You're a full-grown man, you're sitting there, you're watching the news. They're saying something, whatever they're saying. It's good that you don't eat meat, climate change, da-da-da-da-da, and you're sitting there with a sword. So I do. Climate change, fuck off. Tell me what to do. I eat what I fucking want, I got a sword. You ain't telling me what to do. You sit there without a sword. This is you. No cigar, no sword, nothing. Is that you? That the life you live? That's who you want to be as a man? Please understand that the propaganda machine uses emotional manipulation because females are susceptible to it. And they've then weakened males on purpose. Weakened you so that when the female gives her opinions, which are not original, they're not well thought through, they're not perspicaciously derived. No, they were told to her by a manipulative machine, which is interested in creating slaves. And when she repeats those opinions to you, you sit there and go, yeah, okay.
The reason most of your lives suck is because you don't take the brave choice. Taking the brave choice allows you to basically win all of the time because God loves the brave and the courageous. The reason your lives are shit is because you've been cowards all of the time. I can't become a depressed person because I don't believe in the ideal or the mental model of depression. Believing in it gives it power. And I refuse to believe in things that take away power from it. And anybody who sits at home and argues with me that depression is real, why would I adopt your thinking if it makes me less powerful? Why would I adopt your thinking if it makes me less capable of dealing with difficult scenarios? This isn't even about being correct. This is about adopting a mental model which makes me as competitive as possible. If me believing depression is real will put me in a position where I believe I'm a depressed person and I might want to kill myself, why would I believe in it? That sounds terrible. It sounds like setting myself on fire. I refuse. Depression's not real, so I cannot become depressed. That is what I believe, and you cannot change my mind because changing my mind will make me weaker. And why would I adopt the thinking or the mental model of somebody weaker than me? I don't believe in depression. That's the bottom line of it, so it's not real. People argue with me and they come at me with these matrix statistics. The study says, but I don't believe in studies. I don't believe in studies. You can come at me with a million studies about depression. I don't believe that depression is an illness you catch from the sky and your brain is chemically imbalanced. Mental illness is real. PTSD is real. But that's based on an event, something has happened. I believe in general, most of these depressed people is massively overdiagnosed. They need to take some agency and responsibility for their own lives. And I believe if they stop believing in this cure-all excuse of depression and instead start believing in working hard and becoming the kind of person they know they could be, they'll feel